Hi guys, here we go, right? It's Sunday morning. Very foggy up here in the Eagle's Nest. I'm calling it the Eagle's Nest. I was calling it the Crow's Nest, but in the other window, you can see. Let me just look. Planes are taking off, but not at a really great clip. It doesn't look like a lot of planes are able to leave, but I don't know. Hey, Warrior for Freedom. Hey, Terode. Hey, Linda Lawrence, Beaker Mac. How you been, Beaker Mac? Go Time 76. Good to see you, man. Beb before, Irish Wilk, Brenda, Donald, Betty, Brian, Terrelyn, Eldridge. Great name. G-Paw. Diddy Mouse. All right, Renita. Yeah, a lot going on. Oh, you know what? Let me turn on my humidifier. I've been kind of I haven't really wanted to go outside. I mean, I assume this is a white hat uh, thing going on. No, the planes are taking off. I assume it's a white hat thing, but I just feel funky about the fog because it's been for 2 days already, and it seems very unnatural to me in that it goes away for a few minutes and then it comes right back, and the sun is shining, and yet it keeps rolling in. I don't know what's going on. They're saying it's going to rain later, so I guess that will be the end of it. But this is going on for 2 days. I'm hesitant. I mean, Gila says not to worry. Yeah, I'm not going out in it. I have kept the windows closed for 2 days. I mean, I really like it's warmish outside. Yeah, I think it's in the 50s outside. Hey, Mio, but I don't want to go out there yet. I mean, Gila says don't worry, but I'm just being extra cautious. I'm actually going out to meet my son after a while, so I will be going out later, but I don't want to go out into it if I don't have to. It looks creepy, yeah. I never saw the movie The Fog, but Foggy in Pennsylvania too. Yeah, it's a weird kind of fog. I don't think it's natural. It could be done by the black hats, and the white hats are using it to their advantage. I don't know really what's going on. But I am going out later this afternoon anyway, so all right. So let's I think we should go right. I think I'm gonna want to go right into the intel. I want to apologize for last night for being a little bit negative about my position in the communication world. I'm not really it's not really about me. It's just it's not really me, it's the message. I just want the message to get out. But it doesn't seem like a lot of people are really ready for the message anyway. So things will come in time. I'm not worried, but I didn't mean to seem. I think I seemed a little angry. I'm not. I'm not competing with Joe Rogan. I'm not competing with um, the other guy, whatever I mentioned. But it's just that I wish people were getting something like that even resembled truth. Uh, Smoke from the fires in New Jersey. Yeah, there are fires in New Jersey. Could be, maybe. Most of us are seeking and finding. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so my light keeps coming in and out too on this thing. Every time I move, the light turns out. Anyway, there's you. I was okay last night. I mean, I'm really more. I don't really want to mention this, but it's really more a frustration with my own community at this point. I don't really want to go into that publicly, but um, I just think that we could be doing a lot better job on our front. But that's just me. More fog by the water. I don't know because this fog's been rolling in for 2 days. I think a lot. I don't think there's a whole lot of air traffic, but I could be wrong. Yeah, as soon as yeah, but I'm not really worried about me personally. It's just that I really want people to have access to what I believe is really going on. Very special. Reservoir for Emperor. Yeah, I heard that Georgie Boy made was met his end. Georgie Soros. We'll get into that intel. Let's. Most people in all communities are in error somehow. Help one another a lot. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people made a big mistake in this last adventure, this last medical adventure, and it's just I we're going through the spiros now, where we're correcting our mitos, meaning this is a time for us to really examine our own selves and to grow before we receive the Torah on Shavuos, which is in May. But the next, like the next 39 days or so, we're examining ourselves and we're trying to correct any mistakes we made during the years so that we're holy enough to receive the word directly from Hashem, from God. So that's a big part of this particular part of the calendar, and I'm hoping my community will rise to the occasion. I think it's quite possible, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. All right, anyway, but I'm sorry I took it out on you guys last night. I just had so much angst about it. I couldn't shake it. I still do, but I'm expressing myself to various members of the community, and I think that's kind of like a little bit of a valve, pressure valve. Get to the point. Dana, yeah, really. I think I did get to the point as much as I really care to get to. It's just that people need to work on themselves and maybe correct any situations that were created during this medical game that the elites played with us. You feel so wonky, yeah. Good videos, thank you. Thanks, Mio. Yeah, Mio, your videos are the best. What's GS? George Soros. George Soros apparently has been eliminated from the planet. Yeah, I think so, Melody. Melody's really onto this. Yeah, I think you're right, Melody. It's yes, yes, and it's really not supposed to be that way. It's really a shame. It's really a shamda, which means it's a disgusting disgrace. But that's the way things are. You know, Yeah, Mio, you should put out your YouTube channel if you want. I'll post it here so people can get on your channel. I would love for Mia to be able to monetize her channel. Okay, so let's go to some intel. Yeah, I think he was probably already executed, but they're coming out and saying that he was executed, so that's interesting. All right, let's check it out. I'm going to go to Telegram. Here we go. Okay, now let's check out our White Hat channel quickly. I didn't, I've been out of touch with things because of this is nothing's going down there because of the holidays. I've been kind of like I haven't really had a chance to be on the internet much. All righty, here we go. There's some interesting news. Okay, so May the 4th be with you. May 6th, King Charles, King's coronation. Mirror 2 days prior, they're saying 411. I'm not sure what that means. Mike Green, what does that mean? A checkmate. Okay, let me just check this one out. I'll read the rest of this. 11:05, fireworks on the clock. Big Ben, 11:05. Right, the 5th of November. Prince Charles, the 6th. Right. Okay, so they're saying that Mr. T will be back in office on the 6th of November. This is why UK are getting the EAS test on phones the 23rd. Yeah. Okay, so a lot's going on. Let me just check out this one post. This is about Captain Green. I can't seem to get it. All right, so I'm going to skip it. I thought there was one other post from Whip. I think Whiplash is once again, let me see if he's getting his dates. First Fruits and Nissan the 17th. I don't know what Nissan's, I don't know what he gets his dates. I think I need to send Whiplash. If I had his address, I would try to send him a Jewish calendar, but he's taking the 17th of Nissan is on Monday. No. The 17th of Nissan was the 8th of April. So I don't know what he's talking about here. It already came and went. The First Fruits and Nissan the 17th. Nissan the 17th was the 8th of April. I don't know. That was like the first intermediate day of Passover. A strange connection between new beginnings and first fruits. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. That I think that the Christians have like some kind of different Jewish calendar than Jewish people, but that's all right. Project they're tokenizing JP Morgan will carry out secure borrowing lending on public blockchain network with use of smart contracts backed by Fort Knox Gold. So there's a project they're tokenizing JP Morgan. That should be interesting. That's interesting to note. I don't know. I don't know where Whiplash gets his dates, but I'm not going to go into it. Let's go to another channel and see if we can find anything new. Okay, so Mr. Vance Dawson died unexpectedly at home on Saturday, April 1st, in Covington, Washington, at the age of 57. No cause of death was released to the public. I don't really know who that is. He got some kind of medical treatment. He got the ouchie, and he just died. Strange. I guess there's no connection. Jamie Foxx was hospitalized following a stroke. Oh, that's too bad. Wonder what's causing all this, like all this stuff to happen, all these health events to happen to people. It's probably just a big coincidence, right, guys? Probably doesn't have anything to do with the ouchie. Can't. Let's see now. Netherlands to allow euthanasia for children below 12. That's pretty interesting. Walmart to close half of its stores in major U.S. cities, citing huge financial losses. Plans to shutter half its stores in Chicago, citing poor performance in each of the locations. There are 8 stores in Chicago, and the company will close 4 of them. 3 of the locations are located in primarily minority-dominant areas of Chicago, and its south and west side neighborhoods have long struggled with access to grocery and retail stores. So that's going to make it hard on the people. Walmart said in a blog post, the 4 stores that are closing lose tens of millions of dollars a year, and annual losses have doubled over the past 5 years. The news of the Chicago Walmart closing comes just a few weeks after the company closed its last remaining stores in Portland, Oregon. In that instance, excuse me, Walmart also cited the inability to meet financial expectations, but the closures also came after the CEO Doug McMillan and record-breaking retail that theft hurt the company's economic performance last year. It's planning to close stores in 12 states and Washington, D.C. Workers in the affected Chicago stores will be able to switch to other stores, and the company said it would work with government officials to find a way to repurpose the space formerly occupied by the stores. And there's a picture of a man with healing frequencies. They're saying you should always dream big. I agree with that at 100%. Can you guys still see me? Yeah, I guess you can. Let's see. Let me just go to the most recent. Lots of people got saline. Yeah, thank God. Thank God. Med centers instead. A truth seeker often find themselves alone. This is part of their initiation in order to gain self-mastery. One cannot know thy true self by being constantly surrounded by others. It will be a lonely road at time. Keep on going. Keep on believing in you and your truth. Patriots and Frog Family, happy Sunday. There are 9 alerts, deltas, for April 16th. And we are much appreciating you in the movement. You have been amazing, stellar. That endorsement means a lot to us. We are in it to win. March 31st, 2023, former CSIS officials say the intelligence agency has been warning successive governments about foreign interference for decades, but failed to act, and measures outlined in this week's budget are not enough to address the problem. Michael Jonay Katusa, who previously worked for the Asian Pacific Desk at the Canadian Security Intelligence Office, informed the House of Commons on April 5th that he's ready to name the names of those involved. Calling Clarence Thomas to testify would ignite DEFCON 1, judiciary impasse. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas is facing calls to testify about his relationship with GOP megadonor Harlan Crow, but legal and ethics experts believe such calls could ignite a DEFCON 1 impasse between the judicial branch. Operation Sandman, gold and silver explode April 18th to April 24th. That should be interesting. Operation Sandman. For those who don't know, Operation Sandman is a collaboration of 100 plus nations in agreement to simultaneously sell off their U.S. Treasury holdings, sending them back to the U.S. to collapse the U.S. dollar. The narrative just went public. Get ready. Okay, so I guess if you haven't bought your silver and gold yet, you may be you may need to really hurry. Elon Musk retweeted a tweet from SpaceX. He says, teams are completing final checkouts and reviews ahead of Starship's first flight test attempt. Weather is looking pretty good for tomorrow morning, and we're keeping an eye on wind shear. Okay, let me see if I can I move this? I can't see very much of you guys. Let's see. How can I make this smaller? There we go. I think I get it now. There we go. Okay, now I can see more. Okay. Operation Sandman. Yeah, there's some good. If anyone is available to come to Hillsborough, New Jersey, I need help with files. If this doesn't go, I have 4 lawyer doctor appointments. So many doom and gloom comments about the V's. Keep in mind that several members of the family are V'd. Be more considerate of feelings and remember that your thoughts and words have power. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate that. You're right. But on the other hand, I mean, there are things that people can do to counteract that, I believe. And I'm not, it's just that, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, what should I say? Nothing? Should I just pretend like it didn't happen? That's what my community wants to do. They don't want to talk about it. I don't know if that's the answer either. Yeah, there will be a vax antidote. I'm sure. I mean, I believe we already have a couple on this channel, but there could be more coming. 120 days to vote, right? So what are you saying that? Not sure what you're saying. Warrior for freedom. Yeah, there are many. Yeah, thank you, T. Miller. Yes, indeed, there are many. There are many healing modalities out there. That's correct. So, I mean, I have my mother on the patches and the Endosea because she got a lot. She's 92, but she's in great health. So I don't know. Cleanse. Okay, so let me go on with this. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Zoom out. Wait a minute. Zoom in. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. Yeah, we will have to vote for every office again. I'm just wondering when they announce it. Once they make the announcement, we have 120 days to do the selection process. So I don't know when it's going to be announced, but remember the 5th of November. God is in control. Yeah, I agree. That's really nice. Yes, I do sometimes tend to be, when I see things as negative, I'm negative. If you have to turn me off, it's okay, man. I'm okay with that. But I think all in all, we're all kind of on the same page, and we know that we're coming to the great new age. So Elon Musk replied to McKay Wrigley. I saw it happening from well before GPT-1, which is why I tried to warn the public for years. The only one-on-one meeting I ever had with BO as president was I used not to promote Tesla or SpaceX, but to encourage AI regulation. That's coming from Elon. Okay, what's inside the golden orb? This is, I guess, some kind of religious thing made for Charles II's coronation in 1661. The orb is 30 centimeters wide, hollow gold sphere mounted with 9 emeralds, 18 rubies, 9 sapphires, 365 diamonds, 375 pearls, 1 amethyst, and 1 glass stone. The pearls divide the orb into 3 sections, which represent the 3 continents medieval rulers believe existed. The orb is a representation of the sovereign's power. It symbolizes the Christian world with its cross mounted onto the globe, with the band of jewels dividing into three sections representing the three continents known in medieval times. Right. Mounted with clusters of emeralds, rubies, and sapphires surrounded by rose-cut diamonds and single rows of pearls. A cross on the top is set with a rose-cut diamond with a sapphire in the center. Okay, so it's pretty valuable piece of art. Operation Golden Orb refers to the plans in place for King Charles III's coronation. The name follows a line of other operations in reference to the royal family. For example, the death of Queen was referred to for years by Operation London Bridge. The orb is a representation of the sovereign's power. It symbolizes the Christian world with its cross mounted on a globe, and the bands of jewels dividing it into three sections represent the three continents known in medieval times. Many spiritualists believe that golden orbs are signs of benevolent angels who travel to earthly dimensions using orbs as a vehicle for their energy. Others believe that the soul is a brilliant globe of golden white light. The aureole, the radiant, luminous cloud that surrounds sacred personages, is derived from Latin for aura, meaning golden. Halos representing holiness are often represented as golden spheres in early Byzantine mosaics. The prominent shape that occurs in the natural universe is the sphere. From the stars, moon, and planets to atoms and cells, the golden sphere representing the sun was an attribute to Isis, one of the most important deities in ancient Egypt. In classical and mythology, Jupiter held a globus representing the universe. The orbs have been symbols of authority since the Middle Ages. Several European monarchs hold golden orbs as part of their regalia. Last night was a good stream. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it, man. I feel a little insecure about it, but wake and bake, yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to say what you got to say. I mean, we've been playing nicey. I've been playing nicey. It's really kind of about my own particular community. All right. Let's go back to where we were, above the orbs. Okay. A coronation fact. Everything you could ever want to know about Operation Golden Orb, i.e. the coronation of King Charles III. Okay. Good to stay hydrated. Text Trump to 88022. Trump T turns to from past to future at RNC donor retreat. The former president traded his election grievance rhetoric for a forward-looking vision for the party and country, according to a copy of his Nashville remarks obtained by Politico. So he's talking positive now. What happened in Bozeman, Montana? Something weird is going on. I don't know what happened in Bozeman. They're military helicopters, and they say something weird is going on. I think the military is working right now. I think that's part of why this. Oh, look, it's cleared up momentarily. It's cleared up, but it's cleared up on this side, but it's still foggy on the ocean. Yeah. Okay. Good night to know that wealth is to me truth. Start telling it on the idiot box. What's going on, guys? I mean, it seems like there's a lot of hostility all of a sudden. Where's Hunter? Right. Good question. All right. Let's see what this is. Alert: video emerging from Soros being the opposite of life. Something going down. So, what's all the excitement? The selection process interference. They clearly want to sow discord and create an incitement, but Mr. T is strong and they won't even create a slight dent. I'm noticing that more and more people can see through this. It's time to take our country back. We already knew this, but there's still some folks who remain totally clueless. Let's get them on board so we can all get out and do this. We are strong. We will not fail. Where we go one, we go all. Nothing like a 17-second Soros execution video. Retruth, delete to start the day. Okay. All right. So here's something interesting. Okay. I'm just going to read this whole thing. It's pretty interesting. Virtual hug. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I think he's been gone for a while too, but they're making it more public so everybody knows. Paint detergent packages for his laundering invaded, right? All right, Patriot and Frog family. Happy Sunday, Frog family. There were 9 alerts for April 16th. Very interesting ones. In fact, think logically. I need a favor from my Frog family today. I want you to share with you one of the most amazing, potent, and informative videos that truly will help you completely review your understanding why we're fighting on this mission. It is well worth your time. It may help you renew your energy on a journey that we share. The video presented on channel 203 is entitled Project One: The Secret Covenant. The invisible evil exists in the secret societies that ruled us for thousands of years. The invisible enemy is the exact secret societies that President JF, in his last, that he was fighting. The war against the invisible enemy was spoken by Mr. T in his inauguration in 2017. I do hope you listen to this. Oh, frogs. One last snag from me. We must not let anyone or anything divide us. We won this war the moment we stood up and united. They never saw us coming. They thought they had completely brainwashed and enslaved us, but they didn't know that God would pull and unite his mightiest warriors. And that, my frog family, is exactly what we are, what we have become. The only weapon we ever needed was truth. Our only protection we ever needed was our armor of God. Our only strength we ever needed was being frogs, which simply means that we are fully reliant on God. We have this, Patriot and Frog family. We did the moment we whispered. We answered God's whisper. Enjoy your day. No one deserves it more than you. Light, love, and light to all. Today promises to be a little birdie whispering in my ear. March 16th. A little birdie today promises to be huge. Something big is probably going to happen today. That does not surprise me at all. Time to end this show. We the People, April 13th, 2023, 1.5 minutes. Okay, so yeah, it's time to end the show. The meaning of the Wizard of Oz. OZ means ounces, right? The Wizard of Oz is about the Fed. China terrorizes Taiwan by deploying Dark Fleet in dry run for war. Beijing has been accused of sending the Dark Fleet spy ships to carry out attacks on Taiwan's undersea internet cables. We have Clarence Thomas, DEFCON 1. Bank merger, all the big banks are coming together. Climate change police. There's a little video on how you can. They have these like electrodes you can tape to your finger, and it will increase the electric flow in your body. 18,000 cows killed in an explosion, fire at Texas dairy farm, maybe the largest cattle killing ever. There is a significant police response taking place in downtown Chicago due to a large group of teenagers creating chaos. In light of recent events, it has come to our attention that certain news sites and social media accounts have been spreading misinformation and exaggerating news, leading to the sowing of discord between the Sudanese and Egyptian people. We would like to remind everyone that we're closely monitoring the situation and taking action against those who spread false information and fearmonger. We believe that by dealing with these sources of misinformation and fearmongering, we can contribute to reducing the degree of discord and tension between the two nations, as well as help the Sudanese people to not be overly afraid. Thanks, Ruby. I appreciate it. DEFCON 1, 4/10/20, Fire and Fury, 9 states of class ready to go live, 34 commands live, codes command action, non-nuclear OWL. So this is post 500. DEFCON 1. Calling Clarence Thomas to testify could ignite DEFCON 1, a judiciary impasse. Orthodox Easter is today, 4/16. Abe Lincoln signed the Compensated Emancipation Act, ending slavery. Freedom Day, VK, Spotify song, April 16th. When VK put this on his list, JB fell up the stairs in Japan. And there's a reference to the movie V for Vendetta, where a government creates one of these things and uses it to seize power. China carrying out Taiwan dry run by cutting internet cables using mysterious dark fleets amid war games. China cutting Taiwan's internet cables, slice and dice. China carrying out Taiwan invasion dry run by cutting internet cables using mysterious dark fleet and amid war games. China has been accused of deploying its dark fleet. In 1975, Co Whitlam signed the Lima Agreement. He sold Australia to the United States, but wait, Australia and Pfizer are listed on the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange. Mr. T's executive order 13818 has seized the New York Stock Exchange. Therefore, by default, he is the owner of Australia. Chapter 11, City of London, Vatican, and Washington, D.C. are bankrupt. The Act of England from 18, you know what the date is, has been reversed. The secondary Judiciary Act of 1869 is no longer. This also overturns the Balfour Declaration of 1917. Now we can wait Justice Thomas to open a can of interesting things. The whole world goes to 1776 in law. The whole world goes to a level playing field. Think reevaluation of all currencies. The whole world goes to 1950 prices, 1955, the chosen year. The three most important executive orders of our time, 13818, 848, and 959. These think crimes against folks, selection process with foreigners, military companies with China, think Evergrande. Ladies and gentlemen, the storm is upon us. Okay, I tend to think that's pretty good information. We are way past the point of waking the rest up. They know. The choice to accept it is another matter that we will no longer have or need to deal with. Hang on tight. Past the point of return and never going back. So that's a pretty interesting statement, right? Let me repeat that again. We are way past the point of waking the rest up. They know. The choice to accept it is another matter that we will no longer need to deal with. Hang on tight, past the point of no return and never going back. I think that kind of means that something is going down. Did we ever mention nuke plants on Earth are closing down? Germany shut down 2 of its plants. Kim Jong-un announced the readiness of the country for a nuclear clash. According to him, the new solid propellant intercontinental ballistic missile will increase the country's readiness for a nuclear counterattack. According to the North Korean leader, by creating ICBMs, Polygon was given its opponents into deep despair. Okay. There's something from the West Coast Wizard, which I didn't really understand. I did listen to it, but I didn't really understand. Christian faithful celebrate the Holy Fire under restrictions. There's some problems in Israel. I'm not getting to that one. Quake info moderate magnitude 4.5 earthquakes, southern Red Sea region on Saturday, April 15th. Detailed info maps are available. 3 United Nations employees are among those killed in Sudan during clashes between RSF rebels and the military government. Iran International, U.S. State Department has set a reward for up to $15 million for receiving information related to the Iranian financial network. That's interesting. Legends are real. They have Julian Assange, Elvis, Michael Jackson. On the 15th of April, 2019. Now that's interesting. A day ago, the fire broke out in the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Mark Z thinks the RV is in the next 2 weeks. Interesting. I mean, yeah. For all the people that are waiting for the RV, man, I've been waiting patiently. It should happen. According to financial counselor at the International Monetary Fund, central bank digital currencies will change the international monetary system. This topic has been extensively documented for years, yet numerous individuals continue to dismiss it as conspiracy theory. It is now all out in the open. What to expect in the years ahead? Read the full article. Gold Telegraph, monetary reset. According to financial counselors at the International Monetary Fund, central bank digital currencies will change the international monetary system. The topic has been extensively documented for years, yet numerous individuals continue to dismiss it. Let's talk about serious things. I hope you're ready for the big launch. You better sit down. A huge chemical fire in Georgia, in Brunswick, Georgia. Vlad is attending Easter services. we are way past the point of waking people up. Yeah, past the point of no returning, not never going back. 107 huge intel. Something big is happening. I did listen to it. I didn't really get what the big thing that's happening is. But yeah, let's see. Good times with the second full podcast. Mr. T did a second podcast and he talks about good times. Let me just look at this picture. There's still gold fringe around the flags. When the time comes, we're going to list all our supporters. Yes, you can remain anonymous if you prefer, with a special thanks and a mission contribution listing to the project. You don't want to miss out. I'm not sure what that is. Historical events of April 15th, historical events for the 15th of April that were famous, interesting, and notable events happened. The 15th of April on the clock mirrors 5/5 is on the Q clock. A beam of light enters the Church of the Holy Scepter as Christians crowd with candles around the edicule, traditionally believed to be the burial of the guy. Shelter-in-place advisory for Brunswick, Georgia. Big fire. A catastrophic event has unfolded in Rockwood, Maine, as a train transporting hazardous material has derailed and suddenly caught fire. The situation has prompted the dispatch of multiple emergency crews, including hazmat, to the scene. Authorities have issued advisories urging local residents to steer clear of the affected area. Must be a coincidence that it happened near one of the largest bodies of fresh water in the state. Elon Musk liked a tweet from Doge. POTUS just said Tuesday and bomb the event, Tuesday to Thursday. Mr. T said China next. China brings Black Swan event. Quangqing, 2 Northern Dam, 3 Gorges Dam, and Wuhan Big Pharma Labs. Evergrande report, Evergrande, Tether, USD, Bitcoin, and Ethereum all default. Evergrande audit report will show they paid for something with the selection process. Other reports, death of the king, stock market, precision cyber attack 11.4, stellar corona, and EMP. Oh, okay, let me just check this. I'm gonna finish this and then I'll deal with this, with the visual. Blockchains onto Stellar. The stock market will be empty, so they will be blown up 11.5. Like I said, New York Stock Exchange has been seized by Mr. T. The storm is upon us. They said the economic storm, Moab incoming, GCR, Precious Metal Standard, D-Class, Quantum, Nasara Jasara, Global Economic Security and Reformation Act. So things are about to happen, I believe. Let me just see if I can get this, get us back. Cancel. I'm going to take this out for a minute. Let's see now. Let's go here. Okay, there we go. That's the wrong thing. Let me go to. Oh, we froze. Okay, let's try it again. All right, I'm just going to use this camera, I think, for now. Let me just see if I can change it. No. We'll just stay with Facebook for FaceTime. All right, but it's frozen. Okay, let me just try one other thing. Let's see. All right, I would have to, you know what, I'm just going to go to this camera. All right, I can't seem to make progress with this. I don't know why. It's video. Maybe if I unplug. I think the camera turned itself off. Hold on one second. Well, let's see. We're pretty close to ending anyway. I think you guys can still hear me. Let's see. Swift is history. XRP won't be backed by gold. You have it backwards. The integrated chem will do. Yeah, if I can get that one going. Let's see if I can do that. Doesn't seem to want to switch. All right, so we'll do without the visual. I assume you guys can hear me. BRICS will use Ripple to transfer currency. Lobster and Binance are the reliable sites for trading, but they are paying to set up an account. Yeah. Binance, I'm not so sure about. I'm not 100% sure. Still is listening. Okay. So I think we should just call it a day before anything else goes by the Rainbow Mob, right? Meet later tonight and just have the best day possible. Enjoy it. I think there's going to be a lot of news coming out this week. I just feel like this is a big week, and the fog is still rolling off the water. I don't know what that means. Let me see if any planes are going up. I don't know if the planes are going out or not. All right, guys. So have a great day. Hey, Chosen. Thank you. And we will see you tonight. God bless.